Well, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, folks. I am back from the bank. If you can see, that's my DoorDash map. That's not what I'm calling to rant about. It's about this. So my jaw dropped, literal jaw dropped when I saw this. Let's go over it, shall we? Now, we've gone over before the premise of AH's new little film called Into the Fire. Yes, we are aware that the boy that is thought to be demon possessed is supposed to be an autistic character. Yes? This is a headline from Rolling Stone today. It says AH is here to cure the devil. Let that sink in, folks. Let that sink in. Because the devil in this instance is referring to the autistic boy character that the movie is centered around. Yes? That Rolling Stone is calling the devil. Yes, this is one of the most blatant forms of ableism I've seen in quite some time. I mean, when I saw this, my jaw dropped. Dropped, folks. I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about the implications of that. Now, if we want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they just simply used, that we weren't thinking about what they were doing when they came up with this headline, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But as of right now, and it's been a full 24 hours since this headline came out, there hasn't been so much as a change to where they would put in parentheses around the devil, okay? There's been no backtracking. There's been no apology. Nothing. It's still out there, exactly like you're seeing in this screenshot. If you don't believe me, go on to Twitter right now and scroll through the Rolling Stone TL. Now, one of these individuals decided to get a little mouthy in defending their ableist queen. Let's take a look. Now, it may be interrupted by the door getting knocked on for the person with my Greek food. I apologize in advance for that. I do not have an edit button. But let's go here, shall we? I'm going to go up towards the top. Let's see here. Here's my reply to a particular person who was blocked. Ah, look, they blocked me back. Let me give you the context since I didn't get in the screenshot. Essentially, they told me that I was simply completely misunderstanding things willfully because I'm a Depp supporter and I just want to crush Amber. I've been a neurodiversity rights full participating member in the movement long long time now, folks. Going on almost 20 years now. I was there. Let's cite C.S. Lewis real quick. Right? Okay, don't cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. I was there when there was literally four of us. Four. the token four, who were interchanged out so each of us could get a rest between interviews and conferences and having to deal with the media, okay? Okay? Excuse me. What's not to get here? Okay? It says right here from this article that came out in Variety in 2022. A couple with a young autistic son has to face both the villagers and the local priest who worry the boy is possessed by demonic forces and is the reason for all the village's woes. Let's take a look, shall we? We've gone over the premise of ridiculousness before, right? First of all, you have someone with autism who's being compared to demonic possession. Why is this triggering? Because autistic kids have been killed during botched exorcisms. And this isn't ancient history. This is things that are still going on right now. Right now. Okay? There is collective trauma throughout the neurodiversity movement for people with ADHD and autistic kids who have been murdered during botched exorcisms. Okay? What's the other thing that's wrong with this? It's the idea of comparing an autistic's behavior to that of demon possession, and nobody sees anything wrong with this. There's a lot wrong with it. Now, what's the other premise? She heals him. Heals. Heals. That, dear children, is called cure culture. Cure culture has allowed a whole multitude of snake oil salesmen that hasn't been seen since the likes of the 20s. Okay? You've got gluten pills. You've got mercury removal patches that you can put on your feet, to the more expensive medical procedures, such as extracting mercury from the individual veins. Things that, when done within the realm of pseudoscience by people without licenses, that have caused death. Pseudoscience, in the name of curing autism, has prescribed drinking bleach. Bleach. Bleach, folks, for autistic kids. All right? Let that sink in. There is no cure for autism. And to try to sit there and say, but she cures him with her love. My mama loves me dearly. My dad loved me while he was here. My stepdad loves me. My brother, a-hole that he is, loves me, okay? I do not lack for love in my life. Right? I'm still autistic. In fact, that is rather reminiscent of the evangelical idea that if you just pray hard enough, and we hear this throughout the disabled community, if we're just going to pray us out of being disabled. And if we can't do that, then we just don't have enough faith. It is that level, folks. It is that level of ableism. And they still defend her. They still try to discount those of us who are part of the neurodiversity movement, who are trying to raise the awareness of the problems with this film by trying to just sit there and tell us that we're Deptford wives and that's the only thing that we have against it. Sweetheart. Sweetheart. Sia was a Depp supporter. There are things that have nothing to do with that trial. There are things in this world that do not revolve around your fave. There are real issues, nations, misunderstandings, idiocies, things that have caused disabled people to die. Do you understand? Okay? Okay? This is not about Depp versus Heard. This is about an entire culture that have portrayed autistic people as monsters for decades on end. You go on YouTube, you will see martyr parents with video after video of their kids in their most vulnerable moments having meltdowns as a means to get pity and get money. We get stories year after year after year of parents, significant others, staff who murder us. We are right now fighting the JRC who use rhetoric like this to torture autistic kids and use the rhetoric to keep their doors open. This has nothing to do with Depp. Nothing. And you all want to discount us because you worship her, your false idol. It's defend women, unless those women are autistic. It's to stand up for abuse survivors, unless they're autistic, ADHD, or disabled. This is the problem I've been bringing up time and time and time again, and I'm going to keep doing so until the point gets across. This believe all women isn't really about believe all women. It only means believe certain women. And those of us who are like me, like Jennifer Masumba, our suffering, our pain, when we go out there and tell you that it is not okay for you to use our diagnosis to demonize and dehumanize us and push your pure culture eugenics bullshit. You want to dismiss it, own her name, and you just label us as Depp supporters and write us off. Well, folks, there are individuals who have absolutely nothing to do with Depp versus Heard who've gone up against this movie. You want to know why you don't see it? Is because social media is not going to promote the posts that come against this woman. I mean, haven't we seen that time and time again? This is no different. There has been talks of protests. There has been talks of boycotts for when this movie hits the States. That's a fact. If any of you don't see the problem here, I don't know what to tell you. But I will tell you this. She has not been the only one involved with this movie that I have targeted, demanding an apology. The other actors, the directors, the producers, the movie studios. I've gone after them all because everyone involved owes the neurodiversity movement a massive apology. And to see a publication as well known as the Rolling Stone magazine, sorry, call us the devil, and you don't see a problem with that, yeah. We're going to close on that, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone. And you're seeing a picture of my food.